Just real quick, thank you guys for coming to opening day of Rutgers Spring Practice 2016. It was fun to finally get the guys out on the field and watch them run around and put on helmets and throw and catch and try to make some tackles and things like that. It's been a long couple months of off-season training in the weight room and in our special workouts and mat drills and watching the guys compete, and all for this moment to get out and see what type of football players we've got. So we had good energy, good tempo, really good attitude today. A lot of these players just want to be coached and want to go extremely hard, and I think these guys continue to have the right attitude every single day they come into the building, and they're a good team to coach right now. A lot of fun. So with that, I'll open it up to any questions that you guys may have.
What were your emotions out there for the first time with your team?
Honestly, I was just focused on trying to do what we've been doing and get the guys better every single day. My emotions were gone. I had the press conference back in December, and I was hired as the head football coach, and that was an emotional day. But outside of that day, it's been focused and blinders on and trying to identify the things that we need to do to get better every single day, and today was no different.
Obviously, the first time to see the guys on the field, I know it's probably hard to evaluate, but anything stand out to you in the first practice?
Just the attitude and the effort. That's what we've been preaching. We knew that there were going to be mistakes. There were going to be some good plays. There were going to be some bad plays. Guys were going to know what they were doing. There were going to be some guys that didn't. And at the end of the day, we were more concerned about their attitude and their effort, and that they were willing to be coached. And I can say that we can check those boxes after day one.
Chris, Darius was out there. What's the plan for him this spring?
Darius is a mature individual. He knows his body better than anybody else. He knows that he needs to practice to be able to reach his full potential and be the player that he should be next fall to help the football team. So right now, Darius's reps are up to Darius. Whatever his body can take and however he feels, he'll go. If he feels like it's bothering him, then he'll back off. I mean, he's his own best doctor right now.
Chris, where are you at with the quarterback depth chart right now, and do you see any scenario where you can have a starter by the end of spring camp?
We may have a starter by the end of spring. All three quarterbacks that were out there today getting reps, will get reps with the ones and get an opportunity to play behind the one offensive line and play with the one receivers and give them a chance to go against the one defense to see what they can do. It's going to be a very competitive position, and that's going to go all through spring. And if we get to a point where we think one guy's clearly ahead of another, then we'll go ahead and name a starter, but don't anticipate doing that until we get through spring. And if we don't feel like we're ready to do that at that point, then it'll go through the summer and into training camp.
Do you have a pecking order at this point? Is Laviano?
No, there's no pecking order right now. Like I said, way back long ago in a press conference, it's an open competition, just like all positions are right now. Does Laviano probably have a little leg up on the other guys because he's played? Probably. But does that mean he's anointed the starter or he's going to be the first guy? No. I mean, they're all three going to get equal reps, and all three going to be given a chance to go out and compete and show what they can do.
Coach, you have to replace all three starting linebackers. Is there any front runners there? Anything you can tell us about that position battle?
We got a long way to go, but those guys have made a lot of improvement from just the last couple months in terms of changing their body, getting more bigger, getting faster. They've been in to study a lot of film on their own. Their understanding of what we want them to do defensively actually is a lot better than I thought it would be at this moment. But we got a long way to go at that position. If you looked at all the positions on the football team, that's the one that has the least amount of experience, and we just got to work extremely hard and coach them every single day to get them as good as they can be.
Chris, follow-up to the quarterback question. Philosophically, are you a coach that wants to have one guy and stick with one guy? Are you open to using multiple quarterbacks during the year?
I'm open to whatever formula gives us an opportunity to move the ball and score some points. Ideally, in a perfect world, yeah, you'd like to have a quarterback that's your leader, that everybody trusts, that has command of the offense and can make plays. If you don't necessarily have that guy and it's a dual role system and dual quarterback system, then that's what we'll do to get the job done. But I think every coach's dream or goal would be to have one quarterback that does everything for you. But again, we'll have to wait to see where we're at when we get through spring to see if that's going to be the case.
Chris, just a couple of cosmetic things I've noticed. first, the black straps going down the crown of guys. How much? What does that mean? And two, the story I saw, the hunt was written up on top of the bubble. If you
Yeah. Well, we'll start with the hunt. The hunt is really the theme of the team right now. We're chasing the other teams in the Big Ten. We can't make any secret about that. And to chase them, we got to go hunt every single day. And that's the theme of the offseason. That's the theme of the team right now, whether it's in the weight room, out in the indoor with our special workouts, or in practice. And hunt work is extra work for the players too. We're limited with the number of hours that we can be around our players. If they want to truly reach their goals and close the gap between us and other teams in the Big Ten, they have to hunt and get extra hunt work in on their own. That's what that's for. And that's just that banner out in the indoor is just a symbol to remind them every single day of what we're trying to accomplish here. The black stripe on the helmet, that's actually something I brought from Ohio State. It's been a tradition at Ohio State for a long time. The black stripe is a symbol that when it's removed from your helmet, you are game ready. You're combat ready to go play. And the players know that if they have a black stripe on their helmet, they will not play in a game here. They're not ready. They're not ready in terms of their ability, in terms of their trust level, and a lot of other things that could go into it. So through the course of practices, we're looking for players to demonstrate the characteristics that we want in our players, and at some point that stripe can be, or their coach can nominate them to get the black stripe removed from their helmet. That could be this spring. It could be next training camp. It may be a year from now. It just depends on the individual and how he progresses through practice. But that is kind of the rite of passage in our program that we call it, you've been knighted if you take that black stripe off, and you've become a warrior and you're ready for combat.
Chris, from a health perspective, who do you see right now in terms of being limited or out for spring, just injury-wise?
Yeah, there's a few guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to make any comments about guys' physical condition and who's out, who's not, and things like that. You'll be out at practice some, and you'll be able to see some of the guys that may be limited. But just from my own policy here, I won't make any comments about injured guys or limited guys.
Chris, we can see a lot of the cosmetic, if you will, or external changes that you've made. When you got onto the field now, like, how would you describe the way the players, like what it's been like for them with you instituting so many new things? I mean, is culture shock too big, too drastic, or, I mean, is this like a whole new world for them? How would you describe how different it is?
I'll be honest with you, you'd have to ask them. I don't spend a lot of time asking them how different it is. I came in with the plan on how to do business the way that I know how to do it and what I've experienced. And honestly, if it's the same as what they've done in the past, great. If it's completely different, and it is, but I haven't asked them once, hey, how different is this from what you've done in the past? Because that's not fair, to be honest with you. I'm just more concerned about how we're going to do business. And if it's a culture shock and completely different, honestly, I couldn't, I don't notice it. Because they've bought into what we're doing. We've taught them how to work the way we want them to work. We've taught them to go out and practice the way we want them to practice, and they're trying to do that.
Coach, it seems like ever since you left Ohio State, you've been going nonstop here, from recruiting to the workouts, and now you have spring practice here. If you can sum it up, and I know it's a lot to sum up, what has it been like the past 3 months for you?
It's been a blur, to be honest. I guess if I could sum it up, that's what it would be. It's been a blur. People ask me about New Jersey. How do I like New Jersey? And I said the path from my apartment to the Hale Center is pretty good. I've gotten that down. So very few days of seeing daylight outside of here. It just is what it is. We get here early with workouts and we leave here late after meetings and things, and go home and get ready for the next day. And we didn't come here to go enjoy the shore or the city. We came here to try to build a football team and develop our players and recruit some guys. And right now I really like where I'm at. I like who I'm doing it with, and we just keep pressing on.
Just to follow up on the quarterbacks again, did you look at anything from last year? Are you going to use any of what you saw on film from these guys, or is it just a complete clean slate?
No, we haven't spent much time going back and looking at anything. Do I know about some of the quarterbacks from last year? Yeah, because we played against them and watched them on film as we prepared to play Rutgers last year. But we're not using anything from last year to make any decisions on any of the players at any position. It's all about what they do or have done since we've gotten here, and what they do moving forward after day one in practice.
Chris, from a position changes standpoint, I think Clayton moved from safety to linebacker, JPO from inside to outside. If there's anybody else I'm forgetting, what did you see in those guys that you said this is better for that guy?
Well, one of the things that we have to do is just evaluate talent every single day. That's probably the number one thing that we have to do. And based on the current players at those positions, we just felt like it was the best for them to be able to get on the field faster, and it was better for us because we were going to try to find a way to get our best 11 players on the field at the same time. And we thought that those two guys are definitely part of our best 11, or have a chance to be part of our best 11. And we just had to move whoever we needed to move to make sure we can get that done. But Najee, I've been really impressed with him. He's put on some weight. He's worked extremely hard. He was part of our Champions Club here after quarter one. JPO has done an outstanding job in the weight room. He's been a great leader. He's changed his body. Will he play a little bit of both, outside and inside? Probably, as we move forward. We'll determine that later on as we get through spring and see what the rest of the guys do. But we just felt like we had, on the defensive line specifically, more inside guys than we did outside guys, and we had to identify what inside guys may have the best chance to help us on the outside, and he was one of them. Yeah. What that is, that's really one of the ultimate goals of the program. We have 4 goals in the program, and that's one of the 4 goals. We're not going to talk about winning. We're not going to talk about championships. Not going to talk about red letter games and things like that. We're going to talk about the process of getting 10 strong. We have 10 really position groups on the football team when you count the offense, defense, and the specialists together. And if we can get 10 units operating at maximum capacity, then we're going to have a chance for success. And that's really what it's all about for us. Great. Thank you, guys.